Am I the asshole for bringing up my uncle-in-law's divorce when he wouldn't stop berating me? In 2010, I, 35 female, was diagnosed with Crohn's disease. My GI recommended avoiding red meat to reduce inflammation. Over the years, I've just ended up nixing meat altogether and my body has responded extremely positively. I don't care if other people eat meat around me and I don't try to convert. Yesterday, my partner, 34 male, we'll call him Joel, his parents hosted a family barbecue. There were about 30 people, aunts, uncles, cousins, grandkids. They're a lovely group with the exception of Dave, in his 50s, male, who is that uncle. A few years back, Dave and his ex-wife, no longer a part of the family, went through a nasty divorce. Dave is a raging alcoholic. There were affairs on both sides. Everybody knows. One of the other habits I've developed over the years is eating standing up when it's appropriate. Predictably, Dave meanders over to me and starts mocking my literal food and how I was eating, saying my standing was making everyone uncomfortable. It was a casual barbecue. I wasn't the only one standing. He tried to put some of his brisket on my plate, saying he'd convert me for my own good. This isn't his first anti-vegetarianism tirade he's aimed at me. Finally, he took a bite of his burger and gave me a big grin while chewing, bits of still being chewed burger visible in his teeth, and says, meat, and laughs, spewing food everywhere. I'd had enough. I said, Uncle Dave, while we're on the topic of criticizing each other's life choices, you'd probably still be married if you'd gotten your drinking under control years ago instead of screwing the first waitress willing to fall for that low. Everyone within earshot fell quiet and stared. Dave said, I don't have to put up with this shit, and left. The family is split by my outburst. The cousins, including Dave's kid, and Joel are all on my side. My mother-in-law and father-in-law express discomfort, but think that he had it coming. The aunts and uncles, however, have bombarded me with texts stating how inappropriate and cruel I was, and I shouldn't expect invites if that's how I was going to act. Am I the asshole?
I want to say yes, but only because you could have dealt with it without bringing up his divorce. But at the same time, sometimes karma has to be met with karma. And if this isn't the first time somebody's had this tirade against your eating habits, it doesn't fucking matter. They're the ones putting the food in their body, not you. So you don't have to put that food in your body. You can put whatever you want in your body.
Well, I don't think it was clear. Was it clear, the story, whether or not he knew why she's a vegetarian? Not that it should matter, but you would think if he did know such details that, that would stop him from being an asshole. But I don't know. I mean, it sounds like they were both being assholes. I think she kind of took it a little too far, though.
Maybe a little too far. Yeah. I think, like I said, there's ways to have said it without bringing up something completely irrelevant to the situation. And maybe it's a point to say, you're being an asshole. That's 100% reasonable. But to bring up his divorce and the quote unquote waitresses he was screwing and, all that. And his drinking, it was just a little bit of a low blow. A reasonable low blow, but still a low blow.
Kind of sounds like that uncle that everybody can't stand, to be honest. Or family member that everybody can't stand and just kind of tolerates.
I don't understand why people care so much about what other people are doing.
I'm curious. I'm going to look through the comments of this one. So one person says, not the asshole. Good comeback. If you're going to dish it, you've got to be able to take it. It's not like you wanted Crohn's.
But again, did the uncle actually know about the Crohn's, or does he just think she's a vegetarian by choice?
It's a good question.
So I don't know.
Someone else says, advanced preparation is the key to witty spot. I can't say that word. Can you say this word?
Spontaneity.
That one.
Spontaneity. I don't want to say that it's a complete asshole to call him out. I just don't know if it was necessary how it was done. It was a little too harsh.
Although, to be honest, I'm not surprised that most people on Reddit don't think that she was being an asshole.
Like I said, I kind of want to be like, you are the asshole, but not really.
Yeah. I think it sounds like this guy had it coming, and that's exactly what this person said. Not
Right.
the asshole. He was being extremely nasty and rude to you with absolutely no reason or excuse to be other than him enjoying being a bully. This is a perfect case of someone not being able to take what they dish out.
Could the OP have responded differently and been like, why do you fucking care? And confronted him that way and let himself dig himself into a deep hole where everybody's pissed at him? Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah.
But she chose to take a little bit of a lower road, but still, it's a way of dealing with it, so.
Yeah, I'm kind of 50-50 on this one. I think OP definitely could have been the bigger person, but this guy definitely sounds like he had it coming based on how he acts.
Also,
and how it doesn't sound like this was a new thing.
If you know anybody in your life with dietary restrictions due to like a stomach disease or anything like that, like Crohn's, it's not fun. They don't choose to not eat meat because they don't like the taste. It's because it literally almost kills them every time they do it. Either it can make them severely sick or they just don't feel good for a few days. Either way, there's a reason they're not eating that. For the uncle's perspective, he should have just shut the fuck up and not worried about what other people are doing. If he wants to eat a goddamn hamburger and brisket or whatever, go for it, but don't force that choice on other people.
Well, yeah, clearly OP did not care.
Right.
They were doing this based on their own dietary restrictions, and they expressly said they do not care what other people do. They're doing this for their own good.
That being said, there's also a lot of people that will say they don't care, and then they'll give you like looks, like you're really gonna eat that. Not saying this is the case, but you never know. That could also be part of the situation. Maybe the uncle took it as a challenge, but either way, the uncle had it coming because again, mind what you're doing. Don't bother worrying about, especially when it comes to something so minimal as food choices. Like if you see somebody smoking pot next to a child, say something. If you see somebody eating a damn vegetable, shut the fuck up. Personally, shut up. Like, morally, what is really that important to you? I think that's what most of these Karens have a problem with. Is like, morally, what's really important to you and what's just kind of petty bullshit that you should let slide by the wayside that you don't, and that's what gets you in trouble. You know? Yeah. That's my take.
I love getting her fired up.